It's difficult to realize that nearly 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor confronted many of the same issues that we do today. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and statesman, struggled with uncertainty, authority, and the enormous constraints of empire. Despite this, he was able to write thoughts that have stood the test of time, offering advice on how to retain inner serenity in the face of upheaval. This is more than simply history. It's a reflection of our own challenges in today's fast-paced world. In this video, we'll go into the essence of Stoicism and look at how it may be applied to our daily lives. We'll learn how this ancient wisdom can help us live more fulfilled lives by strengthening our resilience to the forces of fate and circumstance. Join me as we discover the secrets to remaining calm and positive, no matter what life throws at us. If you enjoy what we're doing here and want to support the channel, please subscribe and don't skip any parts of the video to ensure you capture every piece of wisdom we're about to find together. This is more than just feeling well. It is an essential component of Stoicism, which Marcus Aurelius practiced on a daily basis. It is about altering our attitudes so that we perceive life's challenges as opportunities for growth and learning rather than impediments. This principle, which is profoundly entrenched in Stoic philosophy, tells us that while we cannot always control what occurs to us, we can control how we react. Our responses, which are shaped by our thoughts and attitudes, determine our reality. So how can we cultivate this optimistic attitude? It starts with accepting that every day will not be flawless. We will have disappointments and setbacks. However, each of these situations provides an opportunity to exercise resilience and adaptation, two fundamental virtues of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the impermanence of life's challenges and the value of focusing on what we can control. He told us to turn inward, examine our thoughts and reactions, and choose a route that is consistent with our values and principles. One practical technique to cultivate a cheerful mindset is to begin each day with a moment of reflection. Consider what you're grateful for, what you're looking forward to, and how you'll handle today's obstacles with calm and clarity. This daily ritual creates a sense of happiness and purpose. It's about convincing yourself that no matter what comes your way, you have the inner resources to handle it intelligently and efficiently. Another important factor is to surround oneself with positivity. This does not imply ignoring the terrible aspects of life, but rather choosing to spend more time with people, knowledge, and situations that encourage and promote your well-being. Stoics believe that the company we keep influences our character and thoughts. We strengthen our positive attitude by selecting relationships and inputs that reinforce our values and aspirations. Finally, remember that developing a happy attitude is a process, not a destination. It demands practice, patience, and perseverance. Like the Stoics, we must constantly work on our inner selves, making minor changes to our ideas and habits on a daily basis. These modest changes aggregate over time, resulting in substantial shifts in how we perceive and interact with the world. We can traverse life with a sense of peace and happiness by adhering to Stoic principles and focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and responses. This is more than just avoiding negativity. It is about actively living a life that reflects our innermost beliefs and aspirations. So let us take the initiative, knowing that we have the ability to shape our attitudes and, consequently, our lives. Stoics believe that the words we say and the conversations we have shape our views and, therefore, our reality. It is not only about the words we use out loud, it is also about the internal dialogue we carry with us. The philosophy teaches us that in order to live a virtuous and content life, we must cultivate a narrative that encourages positive thoughts while dismissing negative ones. How can we actively nourish our minds with words that inspire and improve our well-being? One effective method is to use positive affirmations. These are purposeful and hopeful remarks that emphasize our aims, strengths, and the positive that we can cultivate in our lives. We are not just practicing self-love by validating our skills and worth on a daily basis. We are also cementing these positive thoughts in our subconscious, making them a part of who we are. Marcus Aurelius practiced contemplation to reaffirm his Stoic convictions, reminding himself every day of his dedication to living according to his principles. Reading is essential for immersing ourselves in literature that exemplifies Stoicism. Wisdom, courage, moderation, and justice can have a significant impact on our thoughts and actions. These books, whether the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca's letters, or current interpretations of Stoic wisdom, can provide not only solace, but also practical guidance in negotiating the challenges of modern life. They teach us to look past the chaos on the surface and find peace in accepting what we cannot change. Furthermore, the conversations we have and the individuals we connect with have a huge impact on our mental environment. Stoicism emphasizes the value of community and discourse in developing our character and virtues. Intellectually and ethically challenging discussions can help us improve our thinking and grow. Similarly, surrounding ourselves with people who exemplify the characteristics we respect can motivate us to improve our lives. Including these acts necessitates intentionality. It is about making a conscious decision every day to engage with things spoken, read, or thought that reaffirm our resolve to live a Stoic life. This is not about dismissing or avoiding the terrible aspects of life, but rather about choosing to focus on developing strength and resilience through constructive, virtuous behavior. We can build a purposeful and peaceful life by nourishing our brains with good words and Stoic teachings. It's a transforming process that not only benefits us as individuals, but also improves our connections with others, resulting in a more caring and understanding world. Let us take these steps together, reinforcing our roots with words of encouragement and empowerment. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and other Stoic thinkers recognized that physical well-being is more than just avoiding illness. It is also about developing a body and mind capable of enduring life's hardships with fortitude and vigor. Stoicism tells us that self-control and moderation are necessary for our well-being. It is not about harsh punishment regimes. Rather, it is about understanding your body's needs and meeting them with respect and care. This entails providing your body with nutritious foods that energize rather than drain you. It entails obtaining enough sleep. Marcus Aurelius himself observed that even nature needs rest and regeneration. And it entails exercising consistently, not as a chore, but as a celebration of your body's potential and a sort of appreciation for its unique creation. However, Stoic philosophy extends beyond physical health to include mental and emotional well-being in the concept of comprehensive health. The Stoics used tactics like meditation and journaling. They believed that confronting their thoughts openly would allow them to handle stress and emotional turmoil with knowledge and perspective. This component of Stoicism is especially pertinent now, when mental health is increasingly recognized as an important factor in general well-being. Furthermore, the Stoics felt that social interactions may influence our health. They valued friendships not only for the emotional support they provided, but also for the opportunity to think about and implement their values. Engaging in meaningful connections and communal activities can help us develop emotional resilience, acting as a buffer against the loneliness and isolation that so often accompany modern living. Setting realistic health goals, practicing mindfulness to stay present in the moment, and choosing activities that correspond with your values and boost your sense of purpose are all ways to incorporate these Stoic ideas into your daily routine. Every step you take toward physical, mental, and social well-being not only increases your quality of life, but it also strengthens your capacity to live by Stoic principles. Stoic healthcare is more than just physical. It is a holistic quest that equips you to meet life's hardships with courage and equanimity. By promoting balance in all aspects of health, we pave the way for a life of fulfillment and tranquility that is completely consistent with Stoic values. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on appreciation in his personal writings, observing how it grounded him and provided a broader perspective on life's changes. This practice of appreciation does not mean disregarding our difficulties, but rather putting them within a larger perspective of our total existence. Stoicism defines thankfulness as realizing the importance of every moment and experience, no matter how great or negative they appear to be. This perspective allows us to comprehend both the transient nature of life's difficulties and the enduring qualities of our existence that provide us with joy and fulfillment. For example, even during times of stress or sadness, acknowledging the support of loved ones or the safety of a safe home can promote a sense of stability and contentment. But how can we create such a deep sense of gratitude? It begins with daily practice. Take a few moments every day to think about 3 things for which you are grateful. These can be as simple as a beautiful day, a fruitful work session, or a kind gesture from a stranger. This practice redirects your focus from what is lacking or problematic in your life to what is abundant and right, which aligns with the Stoic goal of valuing rational and optimistic thought. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to view every problem as an opportunity to cultivate qualities such as patience, resilience, and empathy. Adopting this perspective enables you to transform feelings of victimhood or dissatisfaction into empowerment and proactive engagement in life. This does not imply dismissing pain or struggle. Rather, it means accepting these experiences while also appreciating the growth and learning opportunities they provide. Integrating thankfulness into your life entails expressing it to others, such as friends, family, and acquaintances. Not only does it deepen your connections, but it also promotes your personal sense of thankfulness. It's a mutually beneficial dynamic that strengthens community relationships and improves individual well-being. Finally, Thanksgiving, in its Stoic meaning, is about more than just feeling thankful. It's about establishing an attitude that values all aspects of life, building resilience against external circumstances, and expanding your awareness of life's fundamental value. Through persistent practice, gratitude becomes a core part of a well-lived Stoic life, improving both your own happiness and the well-being of those around you. Setting objectives is more than just obtaining external success. It is also about nurturing internal qualities and living a life that is consistent with one's principles. Stoics advocate for goals that promote self-improvement and contribute to the common good, pushing us to think about not just what we want to do, but also how we will achieve it. To develop attainable goals, begin by examining your existing circumstances honestly. What are your strengths? What challenges do you face? Understanding your starting point is critical because it allows you to develop goals that are specific to your individual situation. This self-awareness stops you from setting overly imprecise or ambitious goals, which can lead to dissatisfaction and feelings of failure. Next, break down your major ambitions into smaller, more doable activities. This is a Stoic way of dealing with what may initially appear to be an overwhelming situation. By focusing on one tiny step at a time, you may make consistent progress toward your greater goal. This strategy also keeps you focused and motivated because finishing each minor task gives you a sense of success. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to embrace the dichotomy of control, which implies knowing what is and isn't under our control. When defining goals, it's critical to prioritize your efforts over outcomes that may be impacted by other influences. For example, while you cannot control whether you get a certain job, you can control how well you prepare for the interview. Focusing on your preparation aligns your activities with Stoic principles and ensures that you perform virtuously regardless of the outcome. Finally, be ready to examine and adapt your goals when circumstances change. Flexibility is a major Stoic virtue because it enables you to respond to life's unpredictable events with resilience and knowledge. If a goal no longer serves you or has become unfeasible due to life circumstances, changing your path is a sign of reasonable adaptation rather than failure. By creating attainable goals in this Stoic fashion, you increase your odds of achievement while also ensuring that your journey toward these goals is meaningful and consistent with your core values. This method not only provides fulfillment, but also a profound sense of serenity, knowing that your goals are stepping stones in a well-lived life, according to Stoic knowledge. Stoics such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca frequently discuss the need to test oneself against the unknown, not just to confront phobias, but also to destroy them and obtain a better understanding of the universe. This active participation in life's different events improves our ability to adapt and prosper under shifting conditions. Exploring new experiences, according to Stoicism, is about building a deeper understanding of life and oneself, rather than seeking pleasure or excitement. It entails moving outside of one's comfort zone and approaching the unknown with curiosity and openness. This could be visiting a new nation, learning a new skill, or altering a daily routine. Each new experience is considered an opportunity to hone virtues like courage, temperance, and knowledge. When you accept new difficulties, you are putting Stoic concepts into practice. You practice courage when you face something that scares you, wisdom when you discover something new about the world or yourself, and temperance when you find equilibrium even in strange situations. These events shape you, increasing your adaptability and resilience. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of perspective, which can be greatly increased by fresh experiences. Encountering diverse cultures, beliefs, and lifestyles helps to break down the prejudices and assumptions that limit our understanding of the world. It broadens our viewpoint both outwardly and internally by allowing us to consider our own views and ideals in the context of the larger world. Encouraging yourself to try new things also fosters a sense of gratitude and appreciation. When you investigate, you frequently come across situations that test your assumptions and drive you toward deeper empathy and understanding. This can lead to a more sympathetic perspective, in which you value not just your own life, but also the lives of others around the world. In practical terms, begin small. If significant changes appear too frightening, try a new dish, read a book outside of your regular genre, take an alternative route to work, or strike up a conversation with someone from a different background. Each modest step advances your Stoic practice, giving you the confidence to face increasingly greater problems. By embracing the Stoic practice of seeking out new experiences, you are not just living, but also learning to live better. You're making every day an adventure that challenges and strengthens your character, connecting your actions with the Stoic aim of becoming the best version of yourself, ready for anything life throws at you. Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasized the value of behaviors that promote a positive attitude toward life, believing that such practices help fortify the soul against the harshness of external circumstances. According to Stoicism, one of the best ways to retain a happy outlook is to engage in frequent activities that nourish both the mind and the spirit. This could include artistic endeavors such as writing, painting, or playing music, which provide a break from the strains of everyday life while also allowing for self-expression and personal growth. These activities can help us clarify our ideas, bring moments of joy, and even mediate our musings on Stoic concepts like accepting what we can't change and celebrating what we can. Furthermore, Stoics promote full participation in communal and social activities. Volunteering, for example, is a great opportunity to give back while simultaneously connecting with the essential Stoic virtue of service to others. It emphasizes the connectivity of all people and helps us realize our power to positively impact the lives of others, improving our sense of purpose and fulfillment. Physical activities like yoga or team sports are also important. They not only benefit physical health, but also boost mental well-being by releasing endorphins, often known as feel-good hormones. These exercises put Stoic endurance and tenacity into practice, especially when faced with physical hurdles or collaboration difficulties, and teach us patience, discipline, and the Stoic principle of harmonious group work. Incorporating nature into our daily routine is another Stoic activity that boosts optimism. Whether it's a walk in the park, gardening, or simply resting beneath a tree, being in nature allows us to connect with the concept of natural law, which is central to Stoic philosophy. It reminds us of the broader order of things, fostering a perspective that is consistent with the Stoic concept of accepting things with serenity and grace. To fully engage in activities that promote optimism, Stoicism proposes that we approach them with awareness and mindfulness, ensuring that they are more than just pleasures, but meaningful practices that improve our lives and align with our ideals. This strategy not only increases personal happiness and resilience, but it also creates a life that is overwhelmingly joyful, fully lived, and inextricably linked to the well-being of others. As we conclude our journey today, remember that the road of Stoicism is about facing life's challenges with courage and tranquility, transforming barriers into chances for progress. Thank you for joining us at Stoicism Insights. If you found today's insights useful, please consider watching one of the suggested videos on your screen to learn more about the great wisdom of Stoicism. Your participation and reflections strengthen our community, and we are deeply thankful. See you shortly.